What's up, everybody? If you're just tapping in with me, my name is Tori Nix. I'm back on it with another topic today. And this is going to be based on some downloads I was having this morning. As I look at the clock, it's 7:37 a.m. It's Monday, September 19th. So I hope everybody's having a good day. You off to a good start of the week and you feeling motivated and powerful and all that. All right, so I'm going to get into it. And I was just having downloads this morning about the journey that I've been on and how, I've been through hard times, right? I'm pretty sure everybody can relate. So if you're going through hard times, this message is for you to just encourage you to keep going, and I'm going to explain why. So a lot of times in my life, I didn't take the certain path that most people take, right? Meaning I started my business at 19. I became very business-minded at 17, and I just stayed the course, right? So it's been a lot of ups and downs because when you're trying to do something by yourself and from yourself, it's going to be a harder route because you're not getting certain things handed to you. You know what I'm saying? It's not a guarantee every day. So every day you wake up, it's kind of like a gamble. And that's where you got to understand most people don't go down that road because it's not set in stone. You don't know which way you're going to go. But it's such a beautiful path when you get to a point like you are going to hit them hard times and your back will be against the wall. And this is what this is about. When your back is against the wall, what does that mean, right? So to me, what I noticed is like when my back was against the wall, and many times in my life, it's not just about financially, but it's about actual, spiritually broken, emotionally broken, emotionally scarred, maybe disappointed. Things didn't always work out how I anticipated sometimes. Maybe somebody fucked you over, you know what I'm saying? It was things like that on my path. And sometimes, when your back is against the wall, what that does is it defines your character. When things are stripped from your life, you have to understand that it all happens for a reason. And sometimes your spirit guides, your ancestors, the Most High, whoever you believe in, they want you to gain a perspective before you can move forward. So during my time with my back against the wall, I was just working, on myself, trying to understand what was going on. And once I started to understand, I slowly started to be able to walk towards what I wanted. But I look at that time where I had to take out most times and just sit and wait because the vision and the walkway wasn't clear all the way. You get it? Sometimes when you start out, you have what we call a faith of a mustard seed, right? That's in the Bible, and I'm going to tie it together with a certain thing in the Bible in a minute. But when you have a vision, you start walking on faith. And you got to understand, when you walk in faith, you're walking with the Most High. You're walking with the universe, God, whoever you believe in, the ancestors, your spirit guides. You're walking with the unseen force. So you have to trust that whoever it is you believe in, I'm going to say they, see something that you might not see yet. You just see the vision, but they see the things that are around you that could possibly hinder you. So until you are becoming aware of the things that could possibly stop you in your tracks, you'll remain on that wall of it's like they holding you back. Like, no, don't go yet because you don't see everything. And what that does is it tests your character. They need to see, are you going to go deviate from the path just because it's hard? They need to see, are you loyal to your cause, basically? Or if we give it to you now, are you going to go fuck it up because you don't see the things we're trying to teach you, right? And even on a deeper scale, I made a video about this a couple months ago. It was like hard times, either make diamonds or monsters. Are you going to go sell your soul to get ahead because you struggling at the time? Are you going to go be deceptive to somebody else to get on somewhere? You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is, you're going to go sell a piece of your body to get ahead. It's things like that all test who you are. So when people talk to me about being a real nigga or I'm real, and they always say that bullshit, when you real, you just real. You don't have to talk about it. And I noticed that a lot of people in my path that I've met, you know, they always talk about how real they are, and those be the number one posers, schemers, deceptive ass motherfuckers, excuse my language, but it's true. They weren't real because they want to talk about it, but they're not about it. When you're back against that wall and you don't change who you are at your core, that's when you know you're a real person. That's what you know, or that's to let you know that what you stand on, you serious about it. You're not going to just go take the easy way out to get it going. You understand the essence of time. And, you know, time is an illusion, but you have to understand that we go in cycles, right? And when you actually learn to live in those cycles, that's why you got to kind of take time out of where you want to be to get, like, it's like a change or like an exchange that you have to give. It's like, I want to do this, I want to be here, but I need to take God's route because this is going to lead me to a better place, right? Quick success leads to quick, a quick downfall. When you take your time, you solid, you build your bridges, you build that foundation to where can't nobody come and knock it down, that's where you want to be. And that's why you go through those hard times. It's a test. All right? Some people fold, but when you don't fold, I promise you, you start to realize why you was on the wall to begin with. It's all of that. It's a test of who you are. It's a test of your faith. It's a test of your character. And it's a test to see your devotion to what you're doing. All right? So when I was thinking about this earlier today, the back against the wall was symbolic to, you know, I always knew somebody in the Bible was told to move a mountain. And I didn't understand, like, what that meant, but I guess he told one of the characters in the Bible, I'm still studying it, so I haven't come up on this yet, but it's like, go move the mountain. First of all, whoever went to go try to move the mountain, the first thing that they had was obedience. You need that on your path because sometimes God is telling you to do something that you can't necessarily see until you get to the other side, right? The Most High, they construct things for your life. Remember that. So let's say we standing there trying to move the mountain. First, we were obedient and we had faith that we could possibly move this mountain. Now, in the moral of the story, I feel is basically like the faith plus obedience leads to the Most High showing you a miracle, essentially. But the thing is, you got to understand that you're not actually going to move the mountain. But what you're doing while you pushing up against it every day, trying to move it, you building up strength. You building up a firm stance to where you unshakable. Imagine trying to move a real mountain. All you're going to do is strengthen your fingertips. You're going to strengthen your back, your muscles, all of that, your mind, because you're going to start trying to think of tactics to try to move it. You become somebody that you never thought you could be because you're in this situation trying to figure it out. Then when you finally realize, okay, I can't move this, you start consulting with the Most High like, look, I don't know. What do you want me to gain from it? They want you to gain faith off of that little mustard seed that they can move that mountain for you. Once you start believing, once you surrender, now the mountain is moved. But when that mountain is moved, now the way is clear, but now you got the strength, you got the resilience, you got the faith, you got the muscles that you can't build only when everything's cool. You know what I'm saying? Those are the muscles that you build when your back is against the wall and you trying to move forward. And I think that's what that Bible verse or story is telling us. It's like when you down, build that strength up, because that's going to count on the good days. The life is about cycles. It's about learning every day. It's about heightening your awareness, expanding your perspectives and consciousness. And I think, again, I've been talking about the Christ consciousness. I think that's when you can reach that. But it's the choice to actually endure the pain of trying to move that mountain. Hence, it's the will to want to go through the struggle to get to where you're trying to be, right? So think about that. If you're going through hard times right now, think about a way that maybe you haven't learned something. Maybe your perspective isn't at the highest point yet, and you need to start working towards it, because you'll get there, but you gotta have that resilience. You gotta have that grit. Everybody's not built for that. So if you stay down, that's when you know yourself. That's when you know who you truly are at your core. I didn't change my values because things weren't going my way. I stayed the course. I stayed true to myself and who I was. I got strength that is supernatural now because I stayed down. And I wish the same for you too. All right? So if you are going through that hard time, just know it's for a purpose. It's for a higher reason. You just got to find it. Everybody is different. But it's something in there for you to learn and gain. And that's why you're going through what you're going through. All right? So in the process, my greatest advice, channel a positive mindset. Always channel to learn a lesson. And the bottom line is you got to keep going. You got to keep moving, got to keep pushing. You got to stay in love. You got to stay in light even when shit ain't going your way. And that's the key to it. All right, so I hope this helps. This was my morning download. I just looked down. It's 12:34 on the clock. So think about that. You go in steps. You got to become aligned to be able to progress. All right? So y'all stay up, stay in light, stay in love. If you need me, you know, the description box has all of my information. You can email me if you need support, if you need a friend, you need some motivation and guidance, please feel free to reach out. And also, if you'd like to book an intuitive or tarot reading with me, feel free to do so. Y'all have a great week. Let's start it off right. Get pumped, get motivated, and stay up, stay in light, and stay safe.